At the University of Calgary, we don't wait for change. We start something. We've been nurturing the minds and passions of disruptors, innovators, and community builders for more than 55 years and counting. We've laid the foundation for dreams to become reality, where ideas evolve into life-changing discoveries. Leadership is fostered through mentorship and collaborative learning, and the entrepreneurial spirit knows no bounds. Today, we celebrate that vision, exemplified by UCalgary alumni who have transformed inspiration into impact. Their dedication and achievements make a difference every day. Together, they have changed policy to protect thousands of Albertan youths from the harms of smoking, advanced educational opportunities for students at UCalgary and beyond, uplifted Calgary's most vulnerable communities through patient-centered care, challenged the status quo through art, expression, and activism, revolutionized the fight against climate change, and was among the first to advocate for environmental and social responsibility in the energy sector. Today, we proudly celebrate the entrepreneurial thinkers, the risk takers, the change makers. Welcome to the 2024 Arch Awards.
Hello, good evening, everybody. Thank you for being here. It's a very special room with a lot of special people in it. So my name is Dallas Flexog. I'm thrilled to be with you here tonight as your host for the 2024 Arch Awards. I'm currently the anchor of Global News at 5 and co-anchor of Global News at 6 here at Global Calgary, as well as a proud University of Calgary graduate from the Faculty of Arts with a degree of Communication Studies. A few less letters by my name than you're going to see tonight, but that's okay. I'm also with the band. I'm not with the band. But congratulations to them. Let's give them a round of applause because they buttered us up. Four Wheel House Quartet. They'll be back a little later on. We're thrilled as well to have a live audience joining us online, so we welcome all of you as well. Today we are broadcasting from Calgary, which is located on the traditional territories of the people of Treaty 7 region of southern Alberta, which includes the Blackfoot Confederacy, the Siksika, the Piikani, the Kainai, the First Nations, as well as the Tsuut'ina First Nation, and the Stoney Nakoda, which includes Chiniki, Bears Paw, Goodstoney First Nations. The City of Calgary is also home to Métis Nation of Alberta Districts 5 and 6. I would also like to note that the University of Calgary is situated on land adjacent to where the Bow River meets the Elbow River. The traditional Blackfoot name of this place is called Mohkinstsis, which we now call the City of Calgary. Tonight, we of course are all here gathered to honor 6 remarkably visionary alumni, to celebrate their achievements, their innovation, their perseverance, their optimism, their leadership, their resilience, add a number of other adjectives after that, and describing words, they are very special people. And in a moment, I'm going to be joined by Dr. Ed McCauley, President and Vice Chancellor at the University of Calgary, as well as Kate Wong, President and Chair of the UCalgary Alumni Association. Throughout the program, this is where you all come in. I encourage you to share your favorite moments from tonight's broadcast on social media. The @ is UCalgary Alumni, and you use the hashtag Arch Awards. This is also where I hope you can be on my Instagram. Last year, I did a photo and my eyes were closed, so I'm going to do a video if that's okay. If you don't want to be on it, just go like this. Say, hello. Yay for UCalgary. And then all you got to do is, yes, hashtag Arch Awards and tag the UCalgary Alumni Association on all their socials. It is now my pleasure to get in the important part of the evening to introduce Dr. Ed McCauley, President and Vice Chancellor of the University of Calgary. Welcome.
Thanks, Dallas, and thank you very much for starting us off in a good way. Good evening, everybody. It is indeed a pleasure to be with you tonight for one of my favorite events on the university calendar, because these awards celebrate the impact that the University of Calgary makes. Not through words, not through theories, but through people. And the Arch Awards honor the most visionary people who came to the University of Calgary to start something, then entered the community to build something, change something, challenge something, fix something. And tonight, we celebrate the graduates of the University of Calgary who left our campuses filled with ideas and ambition and went on to transform inspiration into impact. They are worthy recipients of the highest honors from the University of Calgary Alumni Association in a tradition that's now almost 40 years old. There are more than 220,000 University of Calgary alumni, and their collective impact is substantial, and we see it every day, not only here in Calgary, but in Canada and also around the world. And a few have had more substantial impacts than the 6 Arch Award recipients we honor tonight. There'll be much more said about them very, very shortly, but I would like to acknowledge the breadth of their achievements and the extent of the positive change that they have created. Our first recipient hadn't even graduated with her first of 3 degrees and was already having an impact. Recognizing the role of special flavors in tobacco in enticing young people to use them, she founded an advocacy group whose efforts contributed to Alberta banning menthol-flavored tobacco products within a year. And she's since developed an educational program to warn about the dangers of vaping. Our second recipient has been creating and nurturing open minds throughout her life. A generous donor to the University of Calgary and a former chancellor, she established the Scholars Academy for high-achieving and ambitious students. Now, in its 13th year, one review found it was unparalleled among Canadian universities. And it's been such an incredible success that it's developed a community mentorship program. Tonight's third recipient focuses on the health equity issues facing vulnerable Albertans. You'll learn more about his incredible advocacy, which has pushed to decriminalize substance abuse, increase acute and post-acute care for people experiencing homelessness at the Calgary Drop-In Centre, and the implementation of a home detox program in Alberta. Our fourth recipient is a multi-award-winning Inuk artist who works across a range of genres, from film to poetry to beading. And she's devoted her art to challenging misconceptions about Inuit culture and working on issues on Indigenous language reclamation, decolonization, and climate change. In the process, she's become very well known across Canada and also Greenland. The groundbreaking research conducted by our fifth recipient integrates Indigenous knowledge with science to fight climate change. In particular, his innovative use of customized ecological calendars has transformed how communities in climate-vulnerable areas fight environmental challenges. His initiatives have brought critical insight to sustainable development. Our sixth and our final recipient led in advocating for environmental and social responsibility in the energy sector long before these values became standard. It's safe to say he knows the energy sector. He's founded 5 energy companies, and along the way became one of Calgary's most generous philanthropists, including significant support for the Schulich School of Engineering and the Workland School of Education Strengths in ADHD project. And you'll hear more about his commitment to environmental sustainability and community engagement, such as his wells to watts strategy that develops solar power and natural gas with carbon capture for electricity production. This is the kind of incredible range of impacts that we recognize this evening, the kind of change that we celebrate and the people that we honor. They represent the very best of our community of change makers, and it's my great pleasure and great privilege to to celebrate them and their accomplishments with you tonight. And to introduce our first recipient, I'd like to turn the microphone back over to Dallas.
Thank you, and Dr. McCauley will be back with Kate Wong, the president and the chair of the UCalgary Alumni Association, to present this evening's awards as well. This year's Arch Awards honorees join an accomplished and very inspirational community of 110 past recipients, beginning with the very first Distinguished Alumni Award for a Lifetime Achievement presented to alumnus and Chancellor Emeritus Dr. Robert Thirsk back in 1985. So throughout the evening, we will discover how these 6 outstanding alumni in the Arch class of 2024 have demonstrated their innovation and excellence in both their careers and their communities, as Dr. McCauley alluded to. From artists and energy titans to doctors and entrepreneurs, this year's cohort of true visionaries continue to inspire, inform, and really illuminate our world. So let's get to our first award. The Early Career Achievement Award recognizes professional accomplishment or creative leadership in any field by graduates 30 years of age or younger. The award honors recent graduates whose career success has brought distinction to themselves and credit to the university. Let's meet our first recipient of the evening.
The 2024 Early Career Achievement Award recipient is Dr. Asha Hollis. Bachelor of Health Science 2017, Master of Science 2022, and Doctor of Medicine 2022. Dr. Asha Hollis has dedicated her life to making a difference in her community and beyond. From a young age, she recognized the dangers of tobacco use among youth, particularly how flavored products like menthol mask the harmful effects of smoking. In 2014, she co-founded Banding Against Menthol, an advocacy group that played a pivotal role in the 2015 provincial ban on menthol tobacco products in Alberta, protecting thousands of young people from the dangers of smoking. Asha's passion for youth education didn't stop there. She developed the innovative Solve Mystery Toolkit, an interactive educational program for grades 7 and up. This toolkit has reached over 6,000 students across Canada and the United States and was licensed to the Heart and Stroke Foundation. It has also been used by the RCMP and schools as far away as Estonia and South Africa. Asha's work has made her a role model for countless students, inspiring many to pursue advocacy and leadership in medicine. Congratulations to our 2024 Early Career Achievement Award recipient, Dr. Asha Hollis.
I'm not quite tall enough, but good evening, everyone. It's such a pleasure to be here. Having done 3 degrees at the University of Calgary, sometimes I came to feel like it was my personal Hotel California. I could check in any time I wanted, but I could never leave. So it feels very normal to be back here again tonight, and once again, I'm just filled with gratitude to be here. I've been a student at the University of Calgary for most of my adult life, and the 9 years that I spent here have really shaped me and showed me opportunities to make a difference. Of course, it's the people at the University of Calgary that really make it special. And at U of C, I've been blessed to know many amazing faculty, staff, fellow students. I want to recognize some of them today, and I know I won't be able to get to everyone. First of all, just a massive thank you to the Alumni Organization for the incredible honor of us receiving this award tonight. I'm glad I get to be a member of the organization 3 times over. Thank you to Dr. Juliette Guichon for introducing me to advocacy and showing me that even as an undergraduate student, I could make a difference. To Dr. Susan Samuel for giving me a chance on my first research project. My unparalleled research supervisor, Dr. Adam Curtin, who's lifted me up more times than I can count and demonstrated unlimited kindness, encouragement, and mentorship over many, many years. Dr. Laura Davies, who's been such a strong female role model and has helped me achieve my goals and shape my future career dreams. Dr. Hanan Basyuni, who demonstrated unconditional commitment to her students and patients, and I saw here today, Joe, Drs. Teresa Killam and Carol Hutchison at the Student Advising and Wellness Office, who were always there to hold me together on the hardest days, both figuratively with thoughtful advice and a hug, and literally with Scotch tape, like the day my pants ripped right down the back on my first week of medical school. Dr. John Wilson and Jennifer Hatfield, who made my goals of international advocacy achievable at UOC. And Dr. Aravind Ganesh, my nominator, who has shown me how to be a trailblazer in innovation and helped champion me in all my endeavors. Thank you also to Nicole and Jen from the Heart and Stroke Foundation, Dr. Dilani Vethanayagam for her ongoing mentorship, and Emily Downey, a fellow UOC alum, for her friendship and partnership as we work together to protect youth from vaping. And to my parents and my sister Anju, my brother-in-law Matt, and my partner Pete, I can't put my appreciation into words. You make this all possible, and without you, I wouldn't be up here today. And lastly, I would be remiss if I didn't give an immense thank you to the children who I focus my work and advocacy around. They continue to inspire me with their positivity, their resilience, and their undaunted attitudes when facing the biggest challenges of life. It is a great privilege for me to be part of their team. Thank you so much.
Yeah, come use this one. No, she's out of here. Congratulations, doctor. I'm like, this microphone's on. You want to say something else? Okay, thumbs up. Congratulations to Dr. Hall, it's very well deserved. Let's go to our next award now, the Alumni Service Award, which recognizes graduates whose philanthropy and/or volunteer commitment has served to advance the University of Calgary and its alumni. This award honors those who have improved the lives of fellow graduates and future alumni. So let's take a look at our next recipient.
The 2024 Alumni Service Award recipient is Joanne Cuthbertson, Bachelor of Education, 1973, Honorary Doctor of Laws, 2011. Joanne Cuthbertson is an unwavering advocate for education and students at UCalgary and beyond. As a philanthropist, volunteer, and mentor, she's committed to ensuring students from all backgrounds have access to quality education and encourages them to become community leaders. Upon reaching the end of her term as UCalgary's Chancellor from 2006 to 2010, Joanne and her late husband Charlie made a donation to sponsor the Student Success Center, which serves everyone studying at UCalgary. Joanne's vision was fundamental in establishing the Scholars Academy. This program intentionally supports and pushes UCalgary's highest achieving students to even higher aspirations. For example, through their interactions with their colleagues, mentorships with distinguished community members, and community service projects. This program is unique among Canadian universities. Joanne and Charlie have also generously funded scholarships and bursaries across diverse faculties and programs. They have left a distinct legacy at the university, transforming the lives of countless UCalgary students. Congratulations to our 2024 Alumni Service Award recipient, Joanne Cuthbertson.
So unfortunately, Joanne could not join us this evening, but she did send a message that she wanted me to share with you, so I'm going to read that. I'm going to put this down because it belongs to her, but it is very nice. So on behalf of Joanne, she says this: I regret I can't be there with you this evening to celebrate our university and our community. I am truly honored to accept the 2024 Arch Award for Alumni Service. Among interests I have in my community, the University of Calgary has been a strong presence over many years. Two examples provide insight into what I see possible for Calgary, Alberta, and Canada. Scholars Academy, founded to push highly promising UCalgary undergraduate students to greater heights. And Quantum Horizons Alberta, launched to establish Alberta as a world leader in quantum research. Both are established at the university with the motivation to propel students, researchers, administrators, governments, donors, and citizens at large to pursue excellence, to set our goals higher, to be the best both for individual benefit and for the greater benefit of the Canadian community. The Alumni Service Arch Award is recognition of how our lives are lived in the midst of a community. I appreciate that I am a member of the alumni community of the University of Calgary Alumni and how that lifts my endeavors. I value that the university actively influences this kind of city. Calgary is creative, optimistic, ambitious, bold, resilient, entrepreneurial, and hardworking, where we can see great possibilities and set lofty goals for ourselves that we strive to achieve. I want to thank the Arch Awards recipients tonight for all you do and for all of your contributions to my life and all our lives. I'm grateful to be in your company. I wish you well in your endeavors. May you have many more years of pursuing your visions and passions. That is from Joanne. So one more time, congratulations to Joanne. And on to our next award, which is the Community Commitment Award, which recognizes a graduate who has made an outstanding and significant contribution, or contributions, I should say, through their professional or volunteer service. Let's learn a little more about this year's recipient.
The 2024 Community Commitment Award recipient is Dr. Monty Ghosh, Bachelor of Science 2003, Master of Biomedical Technology 2004, and Doctor of Medicine 2009. Dr. Monty Ghosh has a motto, Innovation for Equity. It reflects his dedication to patient-centered work in addiction medicine and advocacy for vulnerable and equity-deserving populations. His work is transsectoral, intersecting with policy and government relations, healthcare, justice, and social services. Monty's advocacy goes beyond clinical care, driving transformative policy changes across Alberta, like advocating for the prevention of police from attending overdose events as a way to encourage those in need to call 911, and pushing for the decriminalization of substance use, shifting the response away from a criminal justice concern to addressing it as a health concern. Among his initiatives was the Medical Respite Program at the Calgary Drop-In Centre, offering dignity and care to those experiencing homelessness and substance use in 2018 and 2019. He also helped launch Alberta's first home detox program, giving people access to treatment, and co-created Alberta's first comprehensive medically supported addiction program, known as the Rapid Access Addiction Medicine Clinic through Alberta Health Services. He also helped co-found the National Overdose Response Service, which has handled over 14,000 calls and successfully reversed 117 overdoses across the country. Congratulations to our 2024 Community Commitment Award recipient, Dr. Monty Ghosh.
Thank you so much for having me here today. I'm just gonna put this right here. First and foremost, I really want to thank the Alumni Association for selecting me for this award and recognizing the work. I think for me that's the most important thing. It's not about what I've done, but what it means to the people who have worked along here with me and the community that I serve. And so I appreciate the recognition around the substance use crisis, the drug poisoning crisis, and the number of lives that have been lost with the crisis itself. I also want to congratulate the other recipients of the awards here today, and then I also want to really thank some key people who have really helped me with my career and been there with me through the thick and thin of it all. So I want to thank Martin Labrie. He's not here today, but he's one of the inspirations for me to sort of join this field and focus on vulnerable populations. Diane Dyer, who's over here right now, who's been also mentoring me throughout the years. Two key people who have really been key in my career have been Rob Tanguay and Mike True. And when I first moved to Calgary from Edmonton, after doing school here, I was in Edmonton for residency for many, many years. I was struggling to find a place in Calgary. And I had all these ideas of things I wanted to work on and things I wanted to do, but a general lack of support. And it was Rob and Mike who really pushed me along and provided me with opportunities. And I owe you guys a lot for all the work that's been done. And I want to thank you guys. Val Taylor and David Park, who also believed in me, most likely thanks to Mike and Rob, who advocated for me. And Simon Colgan, Teigenberger, Lisa Morris-Miller, and Sandra Clarkson from the Drop-In Center, and then Mark Joffe, who's been really mentoring me for the last little while as well. I also want to thank my mom and my father, who unfortunately passed away, for being there for me. And then last but not least, Christine Gibson, who did the nomination here for myself, and really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Congratulations to Dr. Ghosh. Doctor, just if you're from Edmonton and you moved to Calgary, does that make you a Flames fan or an Oilers fan? Both? I'll never tell. No, congratulations, very good. On to our next award, which is the Career Achievement Award. This recognizes a graduate whose leadership and accomplishments have had a positive impact in their field and whose innovation has made significant contributions in their community. Recipients of this award have achieved excellence and distinction in their own careers. So let's take a look.
The 2024 Career Achievement Award recipient is Lakuluk Williamson Bathory, Bachelor of Arts, 2004. Lakuluk Williamson Bathory, a multi-award-winning Inuk artist from Iqaluit, Nunavut, embodies the idea that life is art and art is life. Her work spans filmmaking, installation art, theater, poetry, beading, and animal hide work, addressing critical issues like Indigenous cultural politics, decolonization, social activism, climate change, and language reclamation. Lakuluk is an impactful advocate for gender equality and a strong Indigenous political voice. Through her art, she challenges misconceptions about Inuit culture, urging non-Inuit to re-examine their biases and embrace a deeper understanding of her people. In 2021, Lakuluk was awarded the prestigious Sobey Art Award, Canada's most esteemed contemporary art prize. The jury praised her for provocatively transforming the framework of references for contemporary art and for her courageous performance practice that defies preconceived notions. Lakuluk also aims to inspire future Inuit leaders. She believes in the power of the performing arts to build strong, resilient communities, and she tirelessly works to ensure that Indigenous culture thrives for generations to come. Congratulations to our 2024 Career Achievement Award recipient, Lakuluk Williamson Bathory.
Itumi uanile, itumi uanile, itumi uanile, anile le le, anile le 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 le. Itumi uanile, itumi uanile, itumi uanile, anile le le, anile le 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 le. Okarojupunga, Unusluakpunga, Kingwari Akonani, Ananaga, Amakironaka Akonani. I needed to sing a song to give thanks for all the spirits that live through us. And to say that I am so lucky to live my life between generations. All my ancestors that pour through my mother, and all my descendants that pour through my daughter, my son, and my youngest daughter. And so, thank you very much to the University of Calgary for stealing me. Not the stealing away, but stealing me, making me sturdy in order to be able to be brave, to ask questions, and to be proud of myself. Kuya Namig, thank you very much. I'm so pleased to be with you all.
Congratulations to Lakalu. Our next category is the International Career Achievement Award, which recognizes those whose international career accomplishments have brought distinction to themselves, credit to the university, and a real benefit to their own communities, resulting in a positive impact in their profession and community. Let's hear more about the international impact of our next recipient.
The 2024 International Career Achievement Award recipient is Dr. Karim Ali Qasim, Bachelor of Arts, 1987. Dr. Karim Ali Qasim is a pioneering force in integrating Indigenous knowledge with scientific research to tackle one of the world's greatest challenges, climate change. Dr. Qasim's Pedagogy of Hope teaching philosophy sees students as active contributors, nurturing their capacity to produce innovative perspectives. His groundbreaking work on ecological calendars is transforming how communities, especially in climate-vulnerable regions like the Arctic and the Pamir Mountains, adapt to environmental changes. These calendars, tailored to local ecological conditions, empower communities to sustain their livelihoods and maintain food sovereignty. His visionary Rhythms of the Land conference brought together over 80 diverse collaborators to explore the intersection of Indigenous knowledge and climate resilience. Dr. Qasim's work has directly influenced global environmental policies and practices, ensuring a more sustainable future for all. Congratulations to our 2024 International Career Achievement Award recipient, Dr. Karim Ali Qasim.
Thank you, University of Calgary President Ed McCauley and Alumni Association President Kate Wong. I can hardly heave my heart onto my tongue to express the deep gratitude I feel. When I learned from Kate Wong about receiving this award, I was pleasantly and joyfully surprised. I would like to thank Dr. Aleem Barwani for nominating me and all those who wrote those letters of support. Given that this is an International Career Achievement Award, I must truthfully acknowledge that the idea of rugged individualism does not apply to my achievements. Nothing would have been possible without the cumulative support of family and friends. Some of whom are here today, and some are on Zoom, and some have passed on. Collaboration with largely indigenous communities, colleagues, and my students over the past 40 years has resulted in the co-creation of insight and understanding, which has had practical consequences on the lives of people I work with. With this grace, together we stand on the shoulders of giants. The learning has helped us simultaneously engage the past and articulate a vision for the future. This is not an impossible task. In fact, it is very human. Many of the indigenous communities that I work with in the circumpolar Arctic, the boreal forest, as well as in the Pamir Mountains of Central Asia, speak of the notion of 7 generations. If we place ourselves in the middle, at the 4th generation, and then reflect upon the past, our parents, grandparents, and great-grandparents, and with that hindsight, we envision the future to our children, our grandchildren, and our great-grandchildren, then that is 7 generations. We give purpose to the continuum of life itself because we have the ability to repair the past, therefore change the present, and to envision a future. Because we have this ability, we create a new future, and those 7 generations are embodied in us, reconciling the past, transforming the present, and reimagining the future. As we face increasing violence and war towards human populations across the planet and towards the earth itself, keeping in mind what we do to the landscapes and seascapes that we call our home, we also do to each other. Therefore, with this award, I recommit to continue to work with communities, colleagues, and students, irrespective of their ethnic, ideological, religious, socioeconomic, or sexual backgrounds. From the deepest recesses of my being, I want to express my gratitude to you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. May peace be upon all of you.
Congratulations, Doctor. It is now my pleasure to welcome back Kate Wong, President and Chair of the UCalgary Alumni Association. Kate graduated from the University of Calgary's Faculty of Nursing in 2012. She is currently a registered nurse in the Pediatric Palliative and Hospice Care at the Rotary Flames House at the Alberta Children's Hospital, and she is an assistant professor in the Faculty of Nursing as well. She's been actively involved with UCalgary and the Faculty of Nursing, serving in leadership roles such as president and co-president of the UCalgary Nursing Alumni Committee, and currently chairs the University of Calgary Alumni Association Board of Directors. So welcome back, Kate.
I have the same issue as Dr. Hollis. Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for being here tonight to celebrate our alumni superstars. The Arch Award is my favorite event of the year. You've been hearing that a lot this evening, and I think you know why now. But I want to take a moment, because this would not be possible without our alumni volunteers. So I'd like to take a moment to recognize our entire Alumni Association Board of Directors for their service, as well as the Arch Award Selection Committee, who, as the name suggests, select the recipients. This dedicated assembly of volunteers, including past Arch Award recipients, diligently reviewed nomination packages with care and consideration and selected individuals whose outstanding careers and volunteer work merit recognition. One more hand of applause for all of those volunteers who make tonight possible. Now, I'm pleased to announce our final award of the evening. The Distinguished Alumni Award for Lifetime Achievement is the highest honor awarded by the UCalgary Alumni Association. This award recognizes a graduate who, over the course of their life, has made remarkable contributions which have improved their profession and community. Having reached the pinnacle of professional and personal success, they enrich the lives of others through their leadership, shared knowledge, creativity, and innovation. This year's recipient, Pat Carlson, embodies everything the Distinguished Alumni Award is about. From the beginning of his career, Pat, who majored in chemical engineering, advocated for sustainable practices and inclusive community involvement, long before these values became mainstream in corporate mission statements. The Distinguished Alumni Award for Lifetime Achievement celebrates Pat's extraordinary impact on the energy industry, his commitment to environmental and social responsibility, and his profound contributions to the communities he serves. His career stands as a testament to the enduring value of integrating ethical practices and community engagement into the fabric of professional success. Pat exemplifies UCalgary's entrepreneurial spirit and is a strong proponent for collaborative work in communities. Let's discover how Pat has left his mark on a global scale.
The 2024 recipient of the Distinguished Alumni Award for Lifetime Achievement is Patrick Carlson, Bachelor of Science, Chemical Engineering, 1975. From pioneering technical innovations that opened up vast new resources in Alberta and Saskatchewan to trailblazing environmental responsibilities, Pat Carlson has spent 5 decades leading change in Canada's energy industry. As a co-founder of 5 energy companies, Pat's entrepreneurial focus has propelled each of these ventures to drive economic growth in Alberta and Canada, while prioritizing community and environmental stewardship. Pat has proven himself as a veritable changemaker in the energy industry, leading his last venture to become the first natural gas producer worldwide to achieve the Equitable Origins 100 standard for responsible energy development. Just this year, his current company joined the United Nations Environmental Programme's Oil and Gas Methane Partnership, a Canadian first. Beyond his professional achievements, Pat has made significant philanthropic contributions, including more than $4 million to the University of Calgary. His donations have supported the expansion of the Schulich School of Engineering, ensuring future engineers have the resources and environment they need to excel. He's also supported other initiatives on campus, like the Workland School of Education Strengths in ADHD project. Congratulations to our 2024 recipient of the Distinguished Alumni Award for Lifetime Achievement, Patrick Carlson.
I was watching the presentation so far and just amazed at my fellow award recipients and what they've accomplished. I don't know how you feel about it, but I think it's worthy of applause. I'm not an individual achiever like they are. I've achieved what I've achieved with the help of with a little help from my friends. Thank you to the folks who nominated me and those who chose me to receive this honor. My thanks also go to the family, friends, and co-workers who have guided me through my life and career, many of whom are here this evening. Draw attention to my brother who, 10 years older than me, practically raised me. Very much appreciate that. In the most recent half of my career, I've been in leadership roles responsible to stakeholders such as communities, shareholders, employees, suppliers of goods and services, charged with serving among the leaders of safe, socially and environmentally responsible and profitable businesses. It's been my duty to manage the businesses to meet the legitimate needs of these stakeholders. I cannot hoard business decisions to myself out of pride. I need all the advice I get. I think anybody who knows me would agree. My duty to the stakeholders in these businesses has been to strive to be the least intelligent person in the room. Most often, my best hope is to ask the question that draws out the differentiating thought, the thought that saves lives, reduces emissions, generates jobs for workers and local businesses, and makes a profit. All the success that I have enjoyed comes from guidance of my family, friends, and co-workers. The failures have largely come from my own decisions. One of my heroes is former US President, and before that, leader of the Allied forces in Europe in World War II, General Eisenhower. He reflected on a similar notion when he wrote the statement he would have made had the D-Day invasion failed. And I quote, "My decision to attack at this time and place was based on the best information available. The troops, the air, and the Navy did all that bravery and devotion to duty could do. If any blame or fault attaches to the attempt, it's mine alone." He shed a light on how an ordinary person can make a great contribution. I don't intend to compare my leadership with that great man, but the sentiment in his speech that was never delivered reflects my role among my very talented people who have had my back, pushing me to success. Thank you all.
Pat, no one should have to speak after me with the microphone down here. Thank you so much. You exemplify everything this award stands for. To everyone joining us in person and online this evening, and on behalf of the Alumni Association, I'd like to thank all of you for joining us in support of this inspiring class of recipients. I also want to take a moment to thank Dallas Flexhog. She is a proud alumna, and this is her third time hosting the Alumni Award. So can we just give her a round of applause? To our 2024 honorees, congratulations on your outstanding success. You have made your university community very proud. Thank you.
Just a few more things to get. I did not have Eisenhower on my bingo card of list of people who are going to be thanked tonight, but I'm impressed. That's why I love this school and being a part of anything it involves, and the people who call it home. As you've seen tonight, this year's group of recipients, they're visionaries. They continue to inspire, inform, and illuminate our world, really. So again, I'd like to thank all of you for coming as well to support them, to celebrate all of their achievements. I hope as well you've had a chance to go look at the artwork over there. If you haven't, you will in just a moment. Each portrait was painted by UCalgary Faculty of Science grad and proud Canadian Olympic athlete Brooklyn McDougall. All of the originals are going to be presented to the recipients at the end of the evening as well. The evening's musical guests, their instruments are still here, so they're here somewhere. Four Wheelhouse Quartet, thank you for providing the entertainment to the guests as well. And tonight's Arch Awards, just one program, UCalgary's Alumni Association celebrates Alumni All Access, highlights the best UCalgary has to offer with 24 incredible programs running right up until October 30th. Everyone is welcome to check out the program. You just need to go to alumni.ucalgary.ca. Encourage your friends and family to do the same. Please join me once more. We're here to celebrate them in congratulating this year's Arch recipients, Asha, Joanne, Monty, Lakalu, Kareem Ali, and Pat, for their outstanding accomplishments and achievements yet to come. And perhaps they've inspired you to think of someone else who has called the University of Calgary home, a grad in your own network that you might consider nominating for an Arch Award for next year, because those nominations are already open. So you can go through that process online as well. Just want to say have a lovely evening, and thank you all for joining us.